do that. Anyway, we're learning now Parshas Vaeira. Parshas Vaeira. Now, Yechiel. We've been waiting for you for this pasuk. We basically, Rashi gave one explanation all the way through to pasuk Tes. Okay? About explaining the word when the Torah expresses at the beginning. Ani Hashem. Hashem was basically saying to Moshe, I'm telling you this name because I'm telling you, even though things may look slightly different, I am faithful to fulfill my word. Ani Hashem. That name expresses HaKadosh Baruch Hu's ne'emanus, faithfulness to carry out His word. And that's basically HaKadosh Baruch Hu's, the message Hashem was telling Moshe is, don't worry, things look, originally things didn't look.
I'm good for the money.
Yeah. Meaning things don't look as if things look are getting worse. Hold on a bit. Because the Maisa, I'm going to fulfill my promise and I'm going to take the Jewish people out of Mitzrayim. Okay? Now, we're in the middle of Pasuk Tes, the Russian Pasuk Tes, and here we're starting on the Korov Le'inyan Zeh.
You want the Rashi?
Yeah. Korov Le'inyan Zeh. You have it?
No. Korov Le'inyan Zeh.
שמעתי בפרשה זו
מרבי ברוך, הרב אליעזר, והביא לי ראיה. במקרה זה, הפעם הזאת, הודיעם את ידי ואת תורתי,
וידעו
כי
שמי השם. Means by the fact I will make my hand, my power, and my might known to them, that I'm going to carry out what I promised. Yadu ki shimi Hashem. They will know my name is Hashem. What does that mean? Why do I have to name Hashem? Because I'm going to fulfill what I promised. Lamadnu. En estvara makes true His words. Afilu lepuronus, even with regard to pay, meaning carrying out punishment. Moidia sheshma Hashem. Thereby He makes known that His name is Hashem. The kol shekain. HaKadosh makes good His word to carry out good. Now, that's one pshat. Now, then he says, our rabbis explained what was Moshe Rabbeinu, what was Kodesh Baruch Hu saying to Moshe Rabbeinu. Vaeira and Avram and Yitzchak and Yaakov Bekel Shakai, this whole thing is going on, referring back to before. Rabbeinu says, Sholinu Shemala, Sha'ama Moshe. Hari Oisa. Why? No, as Moshe Rabbeinu said, why have you made things bad to the Jewish people? Right? Okay? Omar Loi, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to Moshe, okay, Chaval Avdim Lo Mishtapchim. Means, woe, how should you say it? Pity. We're in Pasuk Tes. And we're in the middle, there's a very long Rashi here. We're in the middle of that long Rashi.
Perek what?
Perek Vov Pasuk Tes. The beginning of the Parsha. Your page Chav Dalet. You know page Chav Dalet?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in the Rashi at the end of the first column. Okay. Amar lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to Moshe. Woe to those who are lost and cannot be found. Means people of the same caliber as the others are not to be found anymore. That's basically what he's saying. Yeshli Amisas Ovis. I have reason to grieve over the death of the others. Why? Because they believed in me. Harbe Parmim Nigleti Aleim Kel Shakai. Many times I appear to them with my name, Kel Shakai. Okay? V'loi Omru li, didn't ask, Ma Shemecha. What's your name? Right? They didn't ask for proof. What is the real essence? What's the Kodesh Baruch Hu's real name? Atar Marta, and you say when you went to the Jewish people, Ma Shemoi, Ma Ma'aleh. If the people ask me what's his name, what's the Kodesh Baruch Hu's name, what shall I tell them? What kind of question is that? You should have, the obvious never asked such a question. And furthermore,
Can I just ask you that?
Sorry?
Well, that seems not reasonable. It's what other people would ask. It's not one person, everyone thinks different. I would have asked, where are you from? Who's telling you to do this? Who's Hashem?
So I tell you what, more than that is it. Have you ever been in a situation where you believe in something,
Yeah.
but somebody else who doesn't believe in it comes to you and says, what's this all you believe about? And you don't know what to answer. Why? Because even though you may believe in it, your belief in it is not worked out enough that you'll be able to explain to the other person. You know what I mean?
Moshe should have known
No, so wait, no, so
what to say. No?
what I meant to say is as follows. When Moshe Rabbeinu says, he asked the Kodesh Baruch Hu, what's your name? He wasn't asking himself. He was saying, the people are going to ask me, what's his name? Meaning, this God who appeared to you, what's his name?
Fair question.
Because all that
Yes, no, so therefore Moshe Rabbeinu is going to say, I believe in you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I understand what is the essence of your being. But how am I going to explain it to the Jewish people?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
That's
it
good.
seems...
The Mitzrayim had names for all their gods, so maybe they said they have
You
their
have
names.
to understand, when we say, what's HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name? What's HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name? HaKadosh Baruch Hu needs a name, you've got to find him in the telephone directory to know how to give him a phone call. What does it mean he has a name? He needs a birth certificate? The name, when we say, I'll give you an example. Say it every day in our Lena. You say it 3 times a day.
Our duty to praise God.
ונאמר, ויהי השם המלך הכל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה השם אחד ושמו אחד. What does that mean?
Name is what?
Hashem is one and his name is one. What does that mean? He said he's one.
And he only has one name.
Okay.
So many names it happens.
It said he has one name over here.
No, that Shmo Echad doesn't mean his name.
Shmo Echad.
It means his name is one.
No.
But he has one name. Right? His name is one. What does that mean? Sometimes, let's say, I'll give you an example, Yaakov, right? There's certain character traits which you have, which are your main character traits, and there's certain things which you are. I'll give you an example. I have no idea what's in your bank account, but to say you're a big benefactor, right? It may be true. I'm not sure what your level of charity is, but is that your main character, that you're a big benefactor?
It could be.
Could be. Oh, good to know.
No, it could be. I mean, with some people, it could be their strength.
No, some people. No. Let's think about myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I can play ping pong, right? I know how to play chess. Okay, but is that my essence? No, I hope not. Anyway, right? Okay.
You've got varied.
Yeah, but there's certain things which really. Which really summarize the essence of my real character. Let's say you're say I'm a people person. Let's say.
Right.
Okay. Or shall we say? I'll give an example. Not that's my name, but saying the fact that I'm the Gabbai of the shul here is much more represents my true character than the fact that I know how to take out the garbage in the morning. Okay? You understand? So the different aspects of the person's spirit. So when we say HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Hashem Echad, means Hashem is Echad, Hashem is one. But that is his essence. That's what we say, Shmoi, his name. Name is a person's essence. Okay? But the name summarizes, that is the person. You give the person a name.
He's one in everything, he's one in...
So that's quite a deep concept. That is the Chodesh HaVavis, as it was called, Shah Yichud Hashem. He explains that what's the idea of Hashem. Hashem is one. You see, the thing is, when we speak about one normally means there's one and then there's two. When we say Hashem is one, means there's one. The one and only. Okay? Which the Chodesh HaVavis goes into great length to explain this concept. But that's what we mean. Hashem is one, meaning there is no other existence besides Him. Okay? I'm just pointing out examples. When the Klal Yisrael asked Moshe Rabbeinu, what is Hashem's name? It means, what is the essence? What is his real essence? What is his main characteristic? Okay. Anyway, carry on. We think the Gam Hakimosi. We have it, third line. Right, page Chav Dalet. Okay. The Gam Hakimosi. Okay, this is a fact. This is all one continuous Rashi.
וכשביקש אברהם לקבור את שרה ולא מצא קבר עד שקנה בדמים מרובים וכן יצחק
וירעו עליו על הבארות אשר חפר. So let's see translate. So Rashi is going to now give examples where the Avos, the forefathers, they didn't ask to know and they didn't ask for a manifestation from Hashem of Kodesh Baruch Hu's true essence, i.e. that he fulfills his word. He didn't find a burial plot, and he had to buy it for a lot of money. Okay? Why Kodesh Baruch Hu promised him the land? He didn't say, oh, Kodesh Baruch Hu promised it to me. No. Avraham Avinu didn't question the fact that he was required to do it this way. Similarly regarding Yitzchak. Right? They disputed with him. There, Yitzchak was in one step further. He actually had dug these wells, and the local inhabitants came along and says, "Oh, you've stolen our wells. Well, you can't take away." Even though Yitzchak himself had dug them, so he had full rights to them. Nevertheless, the local inhabitants wanted to take them away from him. And yet Yitzchak didn't complain. He had to acquire the portion of the field, lintos arlo, to set up his tent. Meaning, even to place to set up his tent, nobody was willing to give him any space. They didn't question my characteristic, meaning that I was going to fulfill my promise to them. And you now say, why have you not treated badly? How are we causing the Jewish people to be treated badly? So basically the gist of what this Pirush is saying is that not that Moshe had spoken harshly, but that wasn't the point, and not the point that Kodesh Baruch Hu's emphasizing, I'm going to fulfill my word. That's why he says Ani Hashem. But rather, Kodesh Baruch Hu's telling Moshe, you asked, what's my name, right? The others didn't do that. Therefore, I have what to grieve about the fact that there's a difference between you, Moshe Rabbeinu, who lack full faith in me, and the others who had full faith in me. Okay? So, it says the Rashi, Eina midrash misyashiv acha mikra. Right? This midrash does not fit easily into the actual words of the pasuk. Mipnei kama dvarim. There are several reasons. Shaluli, right? It doesn't say, the pasuk should have said, my name Hashem. They didn't ask of me. Right? It says, I didn't make it known to them, right? But he didn't. That's what the pasuk says. Lo nadati lohem. Okay, but according to this explanation, it said that my name Hashem. They didn't ask me about. That's number one. The im toima. Maybe they always didn't know bichlal that Hashem has this name. No, that's not true. Originally, when Kodesh Baruch Hu appeared to Avram, Ben Absarim, Ne'emar, carry on. Ani Hashem. So you see, Kodesh Baruch Hu told Avram Avinu that his name is Hashem.
Don't forget that they were learned by Shem, all these people. All the three brothers, the three of us, they learned, and he learned from it. He came from he's from the old timers. He knew that.
Correct. Okay. Let's just finish the Rashi and I'll answer your question. Right, simply, furthermore, another question asked that the following psukim, which follow after that, there's not a flow in, according to this explanation, there's no flow in the psukim which come afterwards. And also I have heard, that's not connected with that. Therefore tell the Bnei Yisrael. Therefore I say, let the Pasuk be explained according to its straightforward explanation. Dovo al ofnav. Right? Each word, right, in its correct context. That doesn't preclude, though, that the fact you can also expound the pasuk in the midrashic manner. Shnema halol kol dvarai ka'esh no Hashem ukafatish should be not papish fatish. Yeah. Ukafatish. Right. Mischalek lekama nitzotzis. Says, my words are like fire, says Hashem. Uchafatish yefotzitzela, like a hammer that smashes the sparks on the rock.
So what's saying?
Mischalek lekama nitzotzis. It's divided into different sparks. So most of the Mefarshim discuss how it fits in what is the explanation of this passage. But the idea is just like a person hammers on a stone, either the stone shatters, or other Mefarshim learn that means sparks, and numerous sparks come off the stone when you bang it with a hammer. So too with Divrei Torah, even though there may be one straightforward explanation, so there are many midrashic explanations. Which can also be interpreted, the pasuk can be interpreted in that way. So therefore Rashi says, I have a way of explaining the pasuk in a straightforward manner, and there's also the midrashic explanation as well. Yes, Yaakov, you want to ask me something?
You saw that, I can't understand what's going on really. You've got somebody like Moshe who has a tradition of being related to the great patriarchs and Joseph and all this sort of thing. But
first of all, I want to tell you, he wasn't related directly to Joseph.
I thought Levi, was it Levi?
Levi was a brother of
well, so he's related, he's his uncle. So what I'm saying is, he must be knowledgeable, should be knowledgeable. I don't know how he's been educated. Did his mother tell him about what was going on? Did his father, who was
the mate? Actually, the amazing thing is...
Can you tell me my problem?
Yeah, okay.
Can you're reading all this, and it's just jumbo, because there are certain things that are for Moshe and certain things that are against him. How do we know that the leader of the generation was his father? How did he educate him? Did he tell him? Also, Moshe couldn't speak properly. And he was not used to it. He was new at the job. I mean, you learn very quickly, and look what happened 100 odd years later. But what I'm saying is, how do you know how to convince? How do you know to say the right things? For the first time, he wants to know how to answer the people convincingly. He said something, and it made the worse. Whatever he said, it made it worse. He went to Moshe and he said, "Moshe, don't worry, it's all being taken care of." And the next thing is, for them to understand that they're being treated harsher than when Moshe came on the scene. Right. So he booed. They thought he booed. Now he's got to be convincing what he says. He's not experienced yet, and I would do the same thing. In my shoes, I would do the same thing. I mean, he's got to have a brain. He was not maybe right at the moment to explain his purpose, who was commanding him to do that, to do all this, who is going to free them, who is this person, how he's going to convince, or idol worship will probably he was speaking to as well. Yeah.
Okay, so let's express a few things. First of all, we see in last week's parasha that the people had a concept of who God was. who the Jewish God was.
Right.
What's the right? Because when Moshe Rabbeinu went to them, he told them, this God appeared to me at the burning bush, and he told me all this, and he says, I've surely remembered. And he used I don't want to call it a mantra, right? He used the words which they've been waiting to hear. Pokadeti eschem.
That was the elders, just the elders.
And the people, Vayamein ha'am.
I thought it was...
Everybody believed it. So you see the Maisa, they did have emunah that this was going to happen, and the fact that their father's God, right? Meaning the father, the God of their fathers, God of Yosef, the God of Abraham, had appeared to Moshe. They believed that.
Right.
Okay. Now, number 2.
So what's wrong?
You say at the speech impediment, right? This is what Moshe Rabbeinu is going to say. I'm not fit for the job. But this was in a way that Dafka Kosh Baruch wanted to send somebody.
That's an advantage because you get a person who speaks nicely, can say anything, and he can convince anybody. But is a person with a disability, and he can get it over the same way. That shows he's not making it up.
Right, meaning he's a man of God.
Yeah.
He's obviously saying God's message, because only that way is it shayach that he could have actually articulated, right, that this message, because he himself was not able. So he had a stammer, he had a speech impediment. Okay?
So he just says, he's saying, he's giving examples of why you asking me, who is this, who are you, what's your name? And he's giving all different examples of Abraham, So what convinces him that he's wrong, or what's he admitting?
That's it. Kosh Baruch was telling Moshe, either one of the 2 explanations, Kosh Baruch was telling is, hold on here, right? Don't you think one time you went to Paro and Paro seemed to do the opposite of what you would expect him to do? Yeah. Hold on. Right. Just have a bit of patience. Okay? That's basically the message which Rashi is explaining over here. Because I am Hashem. Okay? Let's go on.
Basically, all these things trying to show that Hashem is going to take it out of all these expressions, is what she's saying.
Is what? What?
Where? The 4th one? Where?
The whole Rashi.
Which Rashi?
Where we just stood.
So does God's word divide into many sparks?
No, yeah. So what's the question we saw, man?
What's Rashi trying to get at?
Rashi's trying to get at. First, Rashi says, is Rashi till Pasuk Tes, inclusive, in the first part of this Rashi explaining that idea that the main thrust of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's speech to Moshe here was, Moshe Rabbeinu, you go one time to Paro and you think things have turned worse. Ani Hashem, I am Hashem. You should know I'm faithful to carry out my word. Don't worry.
I've got a reason.
Everything's planned out. Hold on. Right? Because my name is Hashem, and I'm faithful to carry out my word, and I'm going to carry out my word. Just hold in there. Okay? That's the Rashi's first explanation. Rashi's second explanation is that Kosh Baruch Hu was, in a way, rebuking Moshe. That you asked me what is my name, and you want to know everything, you want to have everything on a platter. Whereas the forefathers didn't act that way to me. I made promises to them, okay, and I didn't fulfill their promises, and they didn't question me, and they didn't have questions of faith.
So at that time, Moshe wasn't on the same wavelength. Right. To be able to explain to the people why, what you just said, to go with Moshe, for Moshe to relate to the people,
So
Hashem's got his way of doing things.
Yes, so that's the thing. That's why it was Rashi's first explanation. And Rashi's second explanation is also a similar idea. He's rebuking Moshe that you should have more faith in me than the forefathers have.
Yeah, he's got to relate to the people.
You're right.
And then he's got to be able to convince
either
the
way,
people.
When he's telling Moshe, strengthen your faith.
We have ways and means.
Right. Okay. Let's go on. Pasuk
12.
We're actually read the Pasuk Yud. Actually, Israel. You want to read Pasuk Yud?
Oh, okay.
Vaeira Hashem El Moshe Lemor.
Hashem spoke to Moshe, say.
say, Bo, Daber, El,
Paro,
Paro, Melach,
Melech,
Mitzrayim,
Bishalach,
Bishalach, Es B'nai Yisrael, Me'arzo.
Okay? Now, boy, in this sense, often you have that's the way the Targum translates it, does not mean come. Boy means in this sense, enter. It means go enter into Pharaoh's presence. Boy, enter,
So why do you say
and
that?
speak. Huh?
Why, is there no word for enter?
No, in Hebrew, the word boy has a double meaning. In Lashon HaKodesh.
Right,
Either it can mean to go, to come, or to enter. And if you look in the Targum, it's possible. Boy, it says, doesn't say asa, which is normally would be the translation of coming.
Right.
She says, ooh, right? Enter means enter and speak to Paro. Boy, enter and speak to Paro, the king of Egypt. Bishalach es b'nei Yisrael me'aretz. And he should release the B'nai Yisrael from his land. By the way, it doesn't mean to send the people away. It's too.
Got a here send.
I know that, but it's an inaccurate translation.
Is it? Right.
I'll tell you why.
Right.
Because it doesn't say, you have the word V'yishlach es b'nei Yisrael me'aretz. It says V'shalach. It's two different words. There's, in Hebrew, you have a different what's called a kal, shall we say, straightforward conjugation, and then there's what's called the heavy conjugation, pia. And this word is, if you want to send somebody on a mission, right, then, and obviously if you send somebody on a mission, he's going to carry out the mission, and not with the intention that he should stay away, he can just as well come back after he's finished the mission. That's lishloach, that's to send, right? Here, that's the possibility. L'shaleach means to release, to send away and not come back. That's what it means in this sense. That means Vishalach es b'nei Yisrael me'aretz. He should release the B'nai Yisrael from his land, meaning send them away, not to come back. Okay? Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, that's Yudaf. Now let's read possibly the base.
Vayedaber Moshe Lifnei Hashem Lemor Chaim.
Let's say like Moshe spoke before Hashem, saying, Hein b'nei Yisrael
Lo Sham
U Elai
Ve'ech
Yishmaeli Pharaoh Va'ani Haral Sephasai. Okay, Moshe spoke before Hashem, saying, Hein b'nei Yisrael lo shamu elai. Already the b'nei Yisrael did not listen to me. Ve'ech Yishmaeli Pharaoh. How could it be that Pharaoh will listen to me? Va'ani haral sephasai, and I'm also have a speech impediment. Okay.
Why didn't they listen to? What do you mean? Sorry, I missed my.
We're on possibly base.
No, I know, but what? He's not listened. The Bnei Yisrael not listened to me.
Because it said before that they didn't speak. Prophet Tess said.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Moshe spoke to this Sudanese, so they didn't listen to Moshe Mikotze Ruach and Avodah Kosher, from out of lack of breath and from the hard labor.
Yeah.
So you see the Bnei Yisrael didn't listen to him.
Oh, okay.
They didn't listen to Moshe. So that's
Sorry,
Moshe Rabbeinu saying, how could it be you're going to send me now to Paro?
Yeah.
If already the Bnei Yisrael didn't listen to me, how could it be that Paro would listen to me? And not only that, V'ani haral sephasai. Now, what Moshe Rabbeinu is saying is, if I speak to the Bnei Yisrael and I have a speech impediment, Mela, means they're not expecting, I'm one of them, and I don't have to show particular articulate etiquette or whatever, or articulate ability to speak to Bnei Yisrael. They accept me as I am. When I go to the Paro, he's royalty, and he expects, you have to be well spoken and.
But he knows all that. He lived in the palace. He knows etiquette. He knows etiquette.
He does know etiquette, but he doesn't know how to. He hasn't got the gift of the gab, as they say.
Simply because he's got the problem with his.
I understand, but nevertheless, so he's saying, how can it be that Paro's going to listen to me except my words?
Convincing. Okay? What about convincing?
Convincing, right? He doesn't have the, we call it the charm.
I think he has. I think it's not
charisma. That's the right word. Okay, we'll have to stop here. As Hashem can be carried on tomorrow.